welcome to Foxborough's Conservation Commission meeting of May 18th, 2026, 7 p.m. in the Gala Meeting Room. This meeting will be broadcast live and recorded by Foxborough Cable Access. At this time, I'd like to welcome our newest member, Kathleen, better known as Kate. And so, welcome to the fray.
Thank you.
Hopefully, we'll keep it all nice and even. Since we have a new member and we've had some turnover, I'm going to turn it over to Diana for our annual reorganization of the board. So,
Okay, so we need a new clerk, vice chair, chair, and some liaisons. So, do you want to start from the bottom and go up, or from the top and go down?
start at the top.
Does anybody have any nominations for chairman?
I would nominate Bob for chairman.
Second that.
Okay, so you have a nomination of Bob for the chairman, and it has been seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I didn't walk back fast enough.
Okay, so then for vice chair, any nominations? Mr. Marsh has said that he would continue on if you so choose to do him.
Nominate Jim.
Second?
Okay, so we have a nomination for Jim Marsh for vice chair and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, for clerk. Anybody have
I'm
any?
fine staying on.
I'll nominate Rebecca as clerk.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, so we have a nomination of Rebecca Kelly for clerk, and there has been seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and liaisons, we have the Board of Recreation. Any volunteers?
I'll nominate, yeah,
Tanya?
Tanya Orlando.
Second?
So for Board of Recreation, we have a nomination of Tanya. It's been seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And the NRRC?
I'll nominate Peter.
Peter, okay.
Second?
Okay, so NRRC liaison, Peter Atanasoff. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'll
All
do it.
right, and lastly, the Friends of Conservation.
David?
You want me with that?
Hmm?
Give it a shot.
Okay.
Nominate David Opaka.
Okay,
Second?
we have a second, okay. So for Friends of Conservation, Dave Opeka, I have a nomination and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so mostly status quo, a couple of
Okay.
liaison changes.
Thank you very much.
Back to you.
Is Tanya still?
Yeah, I've talked to her, but I haven't heard back recently, but I've talked to her a number of times. Being 7:05, we have a, pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, Wetlands Protection Act, and Foxborough's Wetlands Protection Bylaw, Chapter 267, the Conservation Commission will open a public meeting on Monday, May 18th, 2026, at 7:05 p.m. in the Gala Meeting Room, Foxborough Town Hall, 40 South Street, and/or via Zoom on a request for determination of applicability filed by Mark Rivard to allow the replacement and expansion of an existing deck at 166 Central Street, Assessor's Map 107, Parcel 11, within 100 feet of a wetland resource area. Application available for public inspection at the Conservation Office, Town Hall. Are you zooming in, sir?
No,
Oh, okay. All right. Welcome. So, you introduce yourself and,
My name is Mark Rivard. I live at 166 Central Street, Foxborough. Our deck is falling apart, so we decided that we would replace it, but also extend it around half of the back of the house. 12 by 18. And I live right next to Robinson Brook, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful site. I was out there the other day, knocked on the door, didn't get an answer, so I did a walk around. Got a couple of questions. The rocks that are right behind your deck at the present, are you taking those out? Are you going to work around them? Or
Work around, we're gonna build over.
okay. And then how are you going to dig the footings? Manually, or are you going to have a machine in there?
I believe it's manual. I have a contractor that's gonna be doing it.
Okay.
I don't have the skill to build it myself.
All right. With that, I would like to see a silt sock put around, just so if there's any runoff, that it doesn't get into the brook.
Absolutely.
So if you could put a silt sock around there, around the whole work area.
Yeah, we're gonna do an erosion blanket.
Yeah, okay.
So the brook is across the street?
No, the brook is right beside his house.
There's a brook right here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is, well, I don't know what this is.
On the picture, like, is this the brook here?
Yes.
That-
Oh, that's, okay.
Oh, this whole thing is a brook.
Yeah,
okay.
that's a brook. Okay, I don't know what, okay, I don't know. Yes, this is a brook. So he's going around back, but he's got some big boulders right in there. That's what I was concerned about. But, yeah, it puts the siltation around it.
Usually we try to encourage doing it manually, or with a, the auger,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, I didn't believe they're gonna do it manually. It's a crew, so, yeah. I wouldn't want any machinery getting back there because my septic system's over there, so, off to the side. So I don't want that.
Oh. Oh, where's your leaching field? Just out of,
And believe it or not, it's in the front of the house.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's, all right.
It's really weird.
Yeah. It's better than in the backyard.
Yes, that's probably why they did it.
Okay.
And all the work will be, like, you'd come in from the right side of the house to come around, like, sorry. Like, no one would be coming in this way to do the work, right?
No, no.
Away from the, on the
No, it's
side
all
of
gonna
the-
be on that side, yeah.
Any other questions, comments?
What's the height of it? Is it high off the ground?
I believe it's
Why?
2 to 3 feet, I think. Probably about 2. I'd have to check my
That's fine.
thing, yeah.
I was just trying to get a sense if it was like first floor or second floor.
No, it's only first floor, yeah.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
haven't had a chance to get out there, so
That's all right.
can't visualize it.
Okay. You don't have a walkout basement there, do you?
I do, but it's on the other side. We're only doing half the house.
Okay.
I don't want a full deck around, I just want half. So the
Okay.
walkout's on the other side.
All right.
That was the brook end.
Any other questions? Comments? Okay. Just on your hand-drawn plans, could you add the silt sock on that so we
Yes.
can have that as a public record?
Absolutely.
All right. And so with that, do you have any comments from the audience, by the way? Okay. Somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to make a negative determination.
Which is good, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Counterintuitive, good.
Yeah.
For 166 Central Street. Diana, do I need to give the explanation for
What's that?
why? it's-
You can just add that condition that the silt sock erosion will be added to the plans and obviously to the work site.
So to include the condition of the silt sock at the work site and add it to the plans.
And that all digging will be done by hand, no machine, no heavy machinery.
Yes.
So add that too.
Do I hear a second?
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Right?
Opposed? Thank you.
you.
If it was a positive, you would have had to file a whole notice of intent, et cetera, so.
Got it.
Thank you.
Being 7:10 PM, we have pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, Wetlands Protection Act, and Foxborough's Wetland Protection Bylaw, Chapter 267, the Conservation Commission will open a public meeting on Monday, May 18th, 2026 at 7:10 PM in the Gala Meeting Room, Foxborough Town Hall, 40 South Street, and/or via Zoom on a request for determination of applicability filed by Thomas Lewis for AMTRAK to renew the vegetation management plan within the AMTRAK Railroad right-of-way in Foxborough within 100 feet of a wetland resource area. The application is available for public inspection in the Conservation Office at Town Hall Mondays, Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tom Lewis, as you mentioned. I'm here on behalf of AMTRAK for their vegetation management. And just as a little bit of background, railroads in Massachusetts, they manage their vegetation under the rights-of-way regulations, CMR 333-1100. That's administered primarily by the Department of Agricultural Resources. So as part of that, they're required to have an approved vegetation management plan in place. Their most recent vegetation management plan expired at the end of last year, and the new one is currently in the process of renewal. So as part of that, they're also required to go to each municipality and obtain determination of the boundaries of the resource areas. So that's where we've submitted the mapping, and hopefully you've had a chance to take a look at that, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have.
Has the mapping changed from prior years? Has there been any increase in wetlands or possible decrease?
I did not observe any changes to the wetland resource areas, but we also map water supply resource areas. So if you look on the map, and I'd be happy to share my screen if that helps.
Sure.
I don't know if you want me to break that up. Okay. Let's see.
There's just the one hard copy in the file. Didn't think it would copy well. It's on the last, it's only an 8 by 10.
Okay. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So this is Amtrak's right-of-way, these two rail lines. You can see Mansfield down at the bottom of the map, and just off the top edge, it runs into Sharon. So these color codes, basically, there's lighter blue and darker blue. Lighter blue is anything that's in a buffer zone to a resource area. The darker blue and these hatched areas, those are actually Zone 2 groundwater recharge for well recharge.
Okay.
So that's why they're colored dark. We can actually only spray there every other year in these darker areas. And one of those Zone 2s did change since the last cycle. So that was really the only change on the map.
All right. Thank you for that.
Can you tell or explain how did it change? Did it get bigger or smaller? Or we don't have the previous map in front of us.
It actually got smaller. There was another Zone 2 that overlapped, and I'm not sure why that. Sometimes they have interim wellhead protection areas where they'll have a circular Zone 2 essentially, and then when they do a final mapping analysis of it, that may change shape to these odd-looking shapes that you have. So it actually got smaller.
Who makes the determination for that? Who changes?
So that, I can't say who does it, but what I can tell you is that these data layers all come off Mass GIS.
Okay.
For wetlands, water supply. For example, you can see these yellow circles here. Those are municipal wells. So the yellow is a zone 1, which means you could never, if this intersected the rail line, we'd have a no spray throughout that area. In addition, you have these pinkish colored areas. That's actually priority habitat of Natural Heritage Endangered Species Program. So all of these data layers come off of Mass GIS, and these are the latest data layers.
Thanks.
Yep.
Any other questions, comments? Yeah. What's that? Thank you.
So they are actually looking for a positive 2A determination,
A positive.
which says the boundary delineations of the following resource areas described on the reference plans are confirmed as accurate. Therefore, the resource area boundaries confirmed in this determination are binding as to all decisions rendered pursuant to the Wetland Protection Act and its regulations regarding such boundaries for as long as this determination is valid.
Can I make a mention on something on that, if I might?
Sure.
I know these are valid for the life of the VMP. However, every spring, there's an opportunity for public comment. When we send out the yearly operational plan, if something were to change, if a data layer were to change, if there were beaver activity, say, and there was an impoundment of water that encroached close to the tracks, there's always the opportunity every year to bring something like that up. You get a copy of that yearly operational plan, same as the Board of Health and the Select Board or Mayor in every town. So even though the approval is good for 5 years, there's still opportunity to make edits, and we do, over the course of those 5 years, from time to time, make changes.
Okay, but my question is a technical. Usually on any positive, they have to come back and file a notice of intent, correct?
This seems to be an exception.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Yeah, I know it seems counterintuitive, but this is the only time when we want a positive determination for this activity only.
Okay, I have no,
It's a positive determination of the resource area,
yeah, okay,
That's
not
right.
the actual
That's right.
management.
okay.
Then they can
That's correct.
put together the management plan.
That's
Okay.
right. Because what happens is after that happens, then the Department of Ag, who administers the rights of way regulation, they oversee all of the work.
Okay, answered my question. Somebody want to make a motion?
Not sure how to even say that.
You just say a positive determination under 2A.
I recommend make a positive determination for the AMTRAK Railroad right-of-way under Regulation 2A regarding the resource areas for AMTRAK's vegetative control plans.
One problem, no, there's no problem, sorry, there's no number. I thought there had to be a number.
Okay,
Second?
second. Been made and seconded, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can I just add one thing?
Sure.
Just so you're aware. I have one more of these that I'm going to be submitting to you this week, and it's for the other rail line that goes up towards Walpole, the Framingham line. So you'll be seeing another one from me, similar to this.
Okay.
All right.
Mass Coast.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good night.
Okay. Moving right along, not too bad. Pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, Wetlands Protection Act, and Foxborough's Wetland Protection Bylaw, Chapter 267, Conservation Commission will open a public hearing on Monday, May 18th, 2026, at 7:15 p.m. in the Gala Meeting Room, Foxborough Town Hall, 40 South Street, and/or via Zoom on a notice of intent filed by Jennifer Doherty for the replacement and expansion of a raised deck with steps to grade at 10 Grover Lane, Assessors Map 60, Parcel 35. Portions of the proposed work lie within 100 feet of a wetland resource area. The application is available for public inspection in the Conservation Office at Town Hall.
Good evening, Craig Suganowski, RIM Engineering, representing Jennifer Doherty, who I think may be on Zoom.
I am.
So this is part of the cluster development in Cannon Forge, house number 10 Grover Lane. It was built in 1994, not exactly sure, I don't remember when Jennifer moved in, but she's looking to replace the existing deck. So we flagged up the wetlands, and during that time, we noted that there may be a vernal pool within the wetland system, and we brought in Brad Holmes of Environmental Consulting and Restoration, and he confirmed that it, although it's not shown on the state maps, that it is a certifiable vernal pool. So we had that flagged, and we did a site walk with Bob and David and Craig, Willie on last Thursday, I believe it was, or Friday morning. And the yard is all lawn from the house to the edge of the wetlands. And it was agreed that replacing the deck wouldn't be intrusive into the wetland buffer. Basically, it's a first floor deck which is 8 feet above the ground, so the existing post would be removed and replaced with a deck that is comes off the house 10 feet and runs for the length of 27 feet 8 inches, with 4 posts set in the ground by hand. The yard itself, there's a walkout basement here, and when you come down the sides, you really couldn't get a machine down if you wanted to. You might get it down, but you wouldn't get it back up. So the builder was with us, and he agreed that everything would be done by hand, removing the existing posts, replacing the new with the sonotubes in the ground 4 feet deep, and then rebuilding the deck. So,
You said 4. The plan shows 5 footings.
yeah, whatever is actually required by the building. I just took his plan and it might be 5.
Okay, all right.
Actually, I show 5 on the plan.
Yeah.
You're correct. But yeah, again, everything is in the existing lawn area, and it would all be done by hand.
Okay.
I wasn't able to make this site walk, but it looks like from the picture you have that it's mostly flat once you get down to the back. Like,
Once you get to the
so it doesn't slope
backyard,
down
it's
to the vernal
relatively,
pool.
Yeah.
correct, yeah. At least underneath the existing deck, then it kind of humps up on the, looking at the plan, the left side. So that will remain as it is. They're not gonna lower the ground, it's just the post will be a little bit shorter there,
Yeah, okay.
so.
Yeah, Greg and I had no problem with it. The only reason why it's a NOI is because of the vernal pool, just
Right.
for a paper trail.
And the slats are going to be far enough apart, right? Is that
Yeah.
part of the plan too, that they'll,
The,
The
the
slats on
slats
the
of the
deck.
deck to
oh,
allow
the actual,
the
to allow
water?
water through, yes, yes, typical deck. Right now, it's existing mulch below. Like I said, a walkout, the small retaining wall there. The walkout door is next to that retaining wall, and that'll stay in place as well. with a sediment control set roughly 10 feet from the work area, so they have room to move around.
Okay. And unfortunately, since we don't have a, well, any other questions, comments?
Just out of curiosity, like the tree line, is it mostly like mature trees, or is there underbrush, understory there too?
It's mature trees around the tree line, and it is a full wooded area. It's part of the conservation area that's shown on the town map as being owned by the town of Foxborough Conservation, so it's the full, undergrowth and ground cover, just natural.
I don't have any other questions.
Okay.
You guys planning on putting in like a silt sock for erosion control?
Yes.
I don't see it called out on the plan. I don't know if it's
Sediment is,
No.
is,
just
You're right.
sediment control.
yeah,
It doesn't
shows
specify
the
what it
sediment.
is.
All right, okay.
Usually I put a detail of the sediment control. I can add that to the plan while we're waiting for the file number to come in.
Great, thank you.
Well, it shows on
Shows right there.
this one.
It doesn't say
Okay,
what it is.
sorry, my
though.
bad, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking down here,
Just
I
the sediment.
didn't see the picture.
Yeah.
Yep, never mind, you got it.
It shows right here, but
Okay, all right.
It's there.
Oh, that's right, it's underneath the locus.
Yep.
I moved it
Yeah,
around.
exactly, I'm looking in the print and it's not, you got a picture of it, perfect.
It's such a small lot, I had to go to a very small, like a large scale, 1 inch equals 10 feet, just to show you what we're doing.
So unfortunately, we cannot close it, so do I have a motion to continue it until, when is our next meeting?
June 8th,
June 8th?
why can't we close it? We got
No
nothing.
file number.
no DEP number.
What's this? Oh, to be continued.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to continue 10 Grover Lane until our June 8th meeting.
Second.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None?
All right, thank you.
Okay.
56 Spring Street, Craig talked to the representative, and they are still waiting for their engineered plans that, for the changes Craig had requested, so they asked for a continuance to the next meeting.
Okay. So I will make a motion to continue 157671.
Make a motion to continue 56 Spring Street, NOI DEP number 157671
June 8th.
till June 8th, sorry, our next meeting.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Rebecca, you have some minutes.
I do, the minutes from April 6th, our last meeting.
Very short.
It was very short, I didn't have a lot to review. My name was misspelled in the first section about reviewing minutes from the previous one, but other than that, I found them to be accurate and complete. Did anybody else have any comments?
Nope.
Then I make a motion to approve the minutes from April 6, 2026.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? Mr. Lewis? We have weed treatment discussion for Neponset Reservoir.
Want a hard copy of the report?
For the records, yeah.
Thank you.
It's a really short report. Ken Wagner and Colin Goslin. Ken, you know, is our outside consultant, and Colin Goslin is a engineer for water and wetlands. They went out on the reservoir today and inspected the reservoir, looking for mostly variable milfoil and fanwort, which are the two invasive species. If you recall, we did a lake-wide water treatment last year and basically brought the chemical that they used, which I can't remember the name of the chemical that they used, but anyhow, they brought the whole lake up so that there was like a 1 part per million concentration in the entire lake. Well below any kind of drinking water standard use or anything else. People could swim in it the day after and everything else. So it was done well within the safety protocols within the state requirements. So that was done last year. This is not unexpected that what they found was almost very limited amount of fanwort and water milfoil, and then they did find areas that water lilies and large leaf, small leaf were fairly prolific. But even those were not as abundant as they have been in the past. So not that the chemical they used was not designed to treat those pond lilies and so forth, but it's sort of a side benefit that they stunt the growth of them a little bit. There's nothing else that really gets treated by the chemical that they used. We did have a resurgence of a lot of algae. And we had the algae tested. And at the time when the algae was tested, which could have changed over time because it was several weeks that we'd had fairly abundant amounts of algae, and that could affect the results as to which one would be more prolific and so forth. But nothing came back that was, no toxic algae or anything like that. So, but we did recommend dropping the water level, try to get some of the algal mats to flow out the dam, over the dam, get rid of some of it, and so there would be less of it present come this spring. We got permission from Concom to go ahead and do that. The town took out 2 boards or 3 boards.
I think it was 3.
I think it was 3 boards from the dam, and the water level was dropped quite a bit. The 1 or 2 of the boards were put back in, and the water had came back up a little bit, but that's just rainfall events, not anything else really affecting that. We've been monitoring the water level in the reservoir over the winter. And about a month or so ago, Mary Peterson reported to Chris Gallagher that the water level had gotten up to 17 inches from the top of the dam level, which is relatively high. It's not high enough to go over our threshold, unfortunately. Well, fortunate, unfortunate. Heaton's boat launch area has a concrete wall along the back of it. If the water level goes above that concrete wall and it starts encroaching towards his house, because of that, we've gotten calls from his attorney and so forth complaining about the water level. We don't control the water level. But the town does, but at any rate. And before the town owned it, there was a water authority that controlled it. That was in Walpole.
Yep.
Anyhow, long story short, Chris was notified, Concom was notified. It was approved to take out a couple boards. A couple boards were taken out. The water level dropped back down to like 22 inches. And which is a pretty stable level, and we've had some rainfall events since then, and it's kind of come up and down a little bit around that level, but it seems to be a pretty safe level to be working on, and it's not going to encroach on anybody's backyard or their basements. Hopefully, we've not gotten any calls, but that's the status of the water level in the reservoir. The algae, it goes away when it gets cold out. So we don't know what's going to come this year. If it gets, as we were talking about earlier before the meeting got going, if it gets really hot out, we expect algal blooms again. There's still a lot of nutrients out there. And there's still houses that have septic pits and things like that that drain into the reservoir. We do monitor the outfalls around the reservoir, storm drains that go in. We have contracted with a firm to do one of the storm drains right after an early flood event and during a dry event. That was just approved last week or two. So that'll be going forward.
Is that over on Edwards Road side or?
No, it'll be on the Chestnut Street side,
Okay,
where Neponset Street and Chestnut come in, Gungeon Brook.
Gudgeon Brook. All right.
That's the largest contributor of water to the reservoir is through Gungeon Brook.
Okay,
Has been in the past, continues to be. There's a number of street drains and so forth that feed into that. We did detect some chlorinated solvents in that last year, and it was during a dry period, so we thought it might be groundwater. We notified the state. The state said no, it's culvertized. It's not it's not a stream anymore by their definition. And therefore, it was a storm drain. And by a storm drain, it met the criteria for concentration that's acceptable in a storm drain. So our concern was, by them, unwarranted. So we got brushed off. Anyhow.
There is drainage that goes along the railroad tracks and disappears underneath the old Foxborough company into that system.
Yes. Yes, there are. There's a number of areas that kind of drain through
Root
there.
Avenue and that
Yeah.
whole area.
Yeah.
The water table gets up high enough, it actually runs. You can see it running slowly down the ditch and it disappears.
Yep. So we'll be sampling that again and see what comes of that, just to give you a heads up or a little warning on that. The biggest issue that we've been hearing about is what you asked me about in way of Heaton's and that being closed and where are people launching their boats. And there's a lot of wringing of hands and concerns about that. But not that we have any recommendations one way or the other, but just to make you aware that that's the hot topic, I guess, for the area. Peter, welcome.
Looking forward to a year of getting in knee-deep with NRCC.
We only do Zoom meetings.
Oh, that's fine by me. I mean,
I can get your email and we will be happy to include you on those, but it makes it for a fairly simple dial in and greet everybody, and we try to keep the meetings to once a month and well, I can't say every other. I don't think they've ever been under an hour, but close to an hour.
we'll figure it out. No worries.
Okay, so it's hard to get things started and going without spending an hour at it. Let's see.
Schneider Company has a company monitoring the wells underneath the slab and probably the drains. It's about once a month or month and a half. They're out there. You can't miss them.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't even aware that there were any wells underneath the slab.
I don't know if they're wells that were put there or they're old drainage pipes
Oh,
connected to the system.
yeah.
So they were definitely for a while every month while they were still tearing it down because they were using all that water too.
Right.
To keep the dust down.
Right.
But they're not there as much now. And they also got monitoring wells in front of the administration building area. There's a few
Okay.
of them around that area too.
Did they give you a name or a contact or anything like that? No? Huh.
Quiet.
Or quiet.
Zip.
With Southeast Concom or Southeast region know anything
Lakeville.
more about that or have any information on that, do you think? I've got a contact with them.
I have no idea.
Okay, I can dig around a little bit and see what I come
There
up
used to be a
with.
gentleman that worked for Foxboro Company and Schneider Company that had liaison with the town real good, but he's not there anymore.
No. Let's see, anything else? The report went to Craig, which we haven't verified yet, but anyhow, hopefully if the email address I have for him is correct, which
Well,
is.
not I have a real one.
You now have a hard copy too, so, but anyhow. And like I said, there's no plan for any kind of, the recommendation from them was no treatment this year.
Good.
So we're fine with that. It's like I said, it's not unexpected. It's kind of what typically happens is we get a year off and then we start to see stuff show up again. There's a few areas that they found the invasive weeds, but they were weak, limited amount of them in the areas and not real healthy blooming type things. So good news there.
It says, the fluoridone treatment of 2025 appears to have yielded a desirable level of control over fanwort and variable milfoil. But then it says there is only location with active fanwort is the southwest corner. Consideration could be given to treatment that area with DEQUAT in July if it shows sign of recovery. Treatment of areas with variable milfoil is not recommended at this time as the growths are small and very localized.
Yeah. I think it's DIQUAT and it's also called Sonar.
Okay.
The names that they give it
commercial
different names.
names.
Commercial names, yeah. But anyhow, that's the status of the reservoir at this point.
Very good.
You asked me about boat launches.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I'm not in that business. I don't do that kind of stuff. So I couldn't give you a good advice as to where we could or could not launch from. The whole reservoir is pretty shallow. So,
You can see everybody getting together, buying somebody out and making the,
yeah, I just don't see that happening. So, no.
so,
Any other questions?
no, thank you for the report.
Okay, happy to be here.
Okay,
Alrighty.
have a good evening.
You too.
And, excuse me, Diana, we have a partial request for a certificate.
Yes, this is for 1 Maura Elizabeth Lane, which is a house from 1995. And it was one of those that they did the whole subdivision. And this one didn't have wetlands on it. They listed in the order the lot numbers, and this wasn't one of them. So now they're selling or refinancing, and they found this, so they need a release.
All right. Would somebody like to make a motion to issue a partial certificate of compliance for 157248?
I'll make a motion to issue a partial certificate of compliance for DEP 157-248.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Hey,
Aye.
Opposed? Not very good.
Is this one of those subdivisions where the whole thing was,
Yeah,
even though some of it was dry?
yeah. A lot of it was dry. It was just one side that was up against the wetlands.
Yeah, I looked it up today. It was something woods.
Yeah, it's
yeah, there's a
It's like off Oak Street, right
brook
on Beach.
that
Off of Oak Street, yeah.
yeah.
goes, crosses under 95, it butts up against the back there.
Anything else?
No, the deadline for the next meeting, I think it's the end of this week, so far all we only have is the 2 continuances.
Okay. Thank you very much. So do I hear a motion? You want everybody to speak at
I'll make a
once?
motion to close the meeting,
Adjourn.
adjourn, I couldn't remember the word. To adjourn the
Go
meeting.
home.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No one. Thank you, everyone.